Well, good evening, my former Algebra 1 rock stars and current geometry students at Ozona High School. This is from the homework from today. This is number 7, and it says line YP, that's what that means. Those little double arrows with letters underneath, that means line. It's just saying line YP lies in plane B and contains point C, but does not contain point H. All right, so do you notice what I did? Just like we did in geometry, I actually circled some key information. Plane B, point C, and let's go ahead and circle point H also. All right, so the idea of this homework assignment is we're supposed to draw this stuff. So we need to know what is what. First of all, we know what a line is, right? I taught you that in Algebra 1, but this whole plane thing, maybe you don't know what that is. All that is a two-dimensional surface. Think of it as a sheet of paper. I'm going to kind of draw a 3D version of a sheet of paper. And you guys know from Algebra 1 that I can't draw very well, so bear with me. So basically, just think of it as a sheet of paper, okay? I'm going to just kind of draw a plane, and I'm going to label that plane B, because it says plane B. All right, now what do we know about plane B? It says line YP, that's what that means, lies in plane B. So let's go ahead and draw our line right here. We're going to draw our line YP. And notice that I'm going to go ahead and put the coordinate points on that line, right? Because they labeled it YP, we know that that's a dot and that's a dot, right? So line YP. All right. So we have that line and it's on that plane. We know that, but it says and it contains point C. So we need to draw point C in the middle of it, right? Because the way that we label lines is there are two endpoints, right? So line YP, and then they also told us that it also contains a point C. So I just drew it in the middle. I didn't necessarily have to draw it in the middle, but it just made more sense to draw it in the middle. And then it says, but does not contain point H. Well, where is this point H? We know that that point H is also on this plane, but it is not on that line. That's what it's telling us. So I'm going to just draw another line going out this way, a perpendicular line, and I'm going to draw a point H right there, a coordinate point H. Does that make sense? So let's check our work. Line YP lies in plane B, which that, as we know, that's kind of like a sheet of paper, and contains point C. Yep, so this line contains a point C in the middle of it, but does not contain point H, which is on a different line perpendicular to it, and it's over here. Hopefully that made sense, and I hope y'all are doing well. I'm about to do number 8 if you want to follow along.